See, for learning advanced Java, object-oriented programming is prerequisite. Okay, that is, remember, without object-oriented programming knowledge, advanced Java you cannot understand. Yesterday, many people doubts is object-oriented programming in the middle is there, encapsulation not completed, abstraction not completed, like that they're asking. Encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, 4 principles should be completed. Then only you can understand. Okay. Object-oriented programming. Nothing but these all some topics I'll give, suppose. Classes and objects. Okay. See, first classes and objects, variables and methods, and constructors, and blocks and static blocks. Like inheritance. Okay, this keyword, inheritance, and this keyword, this and super keywords. Static and final keywords. These all concepts required. These all concepts required. Polymorphism. Overloading, overriding. Upcasting, downcasting. Okay, these all concepts required. Abstraction, like abstract class and interface. Abstract classes and interfaces, like inner classes and packages. These all concepts required. Okay. Encapsulation. These all required. Whatever you learn in object-oriented programming, these all required to learn advanced Java. Okay. These concepts are compulsory. Without these concepts, it is not possible to learn advanced Java. Okay. See, your doubts end of the session I'll clarify. Exception handling also actually required. If it is not completed also, no need to worry, you can understand. Exception handling if it is not completed. Actually, one best example I'll give for understanding. One best example, total Java up to exception handling. Up to exception handling topic, one type. After exception handling, one more type. After exception handling. So up to exception handling, one type. After exception handling, one more type. Up to exception handling, it is called language. After exception handling, application development. In core Java, up to exception handling only almost 60-70% subject will be there. Up to exception handling only 60-70% subject. After exception handling, just 30-40 subject will be there. Okay. Up to exception handling is called language. Up to exception handling is called language. After exception handling is called application development. Application development. Now, advanced Java, is it after exception handling or before exception handling? After exception handling. Nothing but advanced Java, total application development only. Not only advanced Java, even other courses, Spring also, Spring Boot also, microservice also, web service also, Hibernate also, and even Android, Salesforce, other technologies also. Those all up to exception handling knowledge required. Prerequisite. So up to exception handling is called programming language. After exception handling, application development. For developing application, language is mandatory. Language is mandatory. Without language, application development is not possible. One best example I'll explain. Up to exception handling, after exception handling, what is the difference? What's the difference? I'll explain. You can understand. Just one general example. Suppose this is a general example. I'll ask question also, you have to give answer. Listen with concentration. Okay. Now, what I'm going to explain is up to exception handling, after exception handling. What is the difference? That is I'm going to explain. Then you will understand why core Java up to exception handling prerequisite to learn advanced Java. That is you will understand. Okay. Suppose one general example. Suppose there is an essay competition. Assume there is an essay competition. They given 5 topics. Suppose first topic about internet. Suppose second topic about mobile technology. Suppose third topic, suppose Indian economy. Suppose fourth topic, Indian banking system, something, 5 topics. Okay. There is an essay competition. There is an essay competition. They given 5 topics. Okay. Now, what I'm explaining is what is the difference between up to exception handling and after exception handling. That is I'm going to explain with this example. Okay. Listen with more concentration. I'll ask one question. You have to give answer. It is not Java question, general question. Okay. Suppose there is an essay competition. They given 5 topics. What they are asking is select any one topic. Select any one topic. Write essay on that particular topic in English language. They asked. Okay. There is one essay competition. What they are asking is select any one topic. Write essay on that particular topic in English language, minimum 40 lines. They asked. Here, 3 categories of students are there. Category A, they don't know English. They don't know topics. Okay. Category B, they know English. They are perfect in English, but they don't know topics. Category C, they don't know English, but they are perfect in all topics in mother tongue language, either Telugu or Hindi. Okay. Now assume. Now there is an essay competition. They given 5 topics. What they are asking is select any one topic, write essay on that particular topic in English language, minimum 40 lines. Okay, that is they asked. But here students are 3 categories. Category A, they don't know English. They don't know topics. Category B, they know English, but they don't know topics. Category C, they know topics in Telugu or Hindi, but they don't know English. Now, here 3 categories of students cannot participate without learning. Without learning, not possible, no? Now, which category people can learn very quickly and can participate in that competition? A, B, C. Select your answer. It is general question. A, B, C. Your answer can be right or wrong, whatever it may be. See, once again I'll repeat. Once again I'll repeat. Yes, you think. Logical thinking required. Okay. Now, online students also. Just listen with concentration. I'll ask one question, give answer. With that only, you'll understand up to exception handling, after exception handling, what is the difference. Okay. There is one essay competition. They given 5 topics. What they are asking is select any one topic, write essay on that particular topic in English language, minimum 40 lines. They asked. There are 3 categories of students. Category A, they don't know English, they don't know topics. Category B, they know English, but they don't know topics. Category C, they don't know English, but they know topics in Telugu or Hindi. Now, these 3 categories cannot participate because they have to learn something. Each category they have to learn something. Which category people can learn very quickly and can participate in that competition? Now, how many people answer A? Just raise your hand. No one is there? Very good. Online students, how many people answer option A? So option A, you selected 17 members. Okay, 20 members option A selected. Okay. Now, Next, how many will answer option B? Your answer can be right or wrong, select. Online students. Okay. Next, how many will answer option C? Your answer can be right or wrong. Just raise your hand. Say option A. Like online students, 1 minute. Now, online student. The option is changed. Okay. Now you observe here. You observe category A. No one selected. Okay. Online 20 members selected yearly. Category B. Majority people selected category B. Okay. Next, nearly 5 to 6 members selected C. But still some more people not given answer. You observe. Okay. They didn't select A, they didn't select B, they didn't select C. See, you observe. Here, your answer can be right or wrong. I'm not giving any marks. If we involve in a classroom, you'll get a subject. Even suppose you'll attend one interview. They'll ask one question. You won't give answer. No answer. Second question they'll ask. No answer. Third question they'll ask. No answer. What they'll do? They'll stop the interview, they'll send back. Suppose at least you given 3 questions wrong answers. At least they'll continue interview, no? Later you may give right answers. Starting 3 questions you given wrong, but at least they continued interview. Later you may give all right answers. That's what. Instead of sitting idle, giving answer is better. Okay? Your answer right or wrong, I'm not giving any marks. You'll get a logical thinking. It is not a Java question, no? General question. Okay. Now you observe category A. What I said, they don't know English, they don't know topics. Category B, what I said, they know English, they don't know topics. Category C, what I said, they know topics in Telugu or Hindi, but they don't know English. Category A, what they have to learn? They have to learn English also, they have to learn topics also. So definitely it is wrong. Okay. Next, category B, what they have to learn? Topics they have to learn. Category C, what they have to learn? No, learning English is possible quickly or learning topics possible quickly. 5 topics in a 1 day they can learn. They can open Google, 5 topics, they can search, they can learn, they can participate. But it in a 1 day English possible? Now, up to exception handling English. After exception handling topics. I think you understood. This is the best example to understand. Up to exception handling, it is equivalent to English. After exception handling, equivalent to topics. So up to exception handling, if you are perfect, these are nothing. Got it? So this is the difference between up to exception handling, after exception handling. Up to exception handling, Java language. After exception handling, application development, it is equivalent to topics. Topics very quickly can learn. English language, it takes time. Years also it will take. Even up to exception handling, it takes time. After exception handling, very quickly can learn subject. That's the difference. So Java is a programming language. Java is a programming language. The language part is up to exception handling. After language, whatever you learn, with that only you are developing application. That's what application up to exception handling topic important. That is language. At least object-oriented programming. At least object-oriented programming important. Without that, you cannot understand advanced Java. Okay. Now here Before starting advanced Java, some questions I'll ask, give answer, and if you at least methods knowledge required. Methods also you are unable to give answer means you cannot understand advanced Java, because without library methods, welcome program also not possible in advanced Java. Okay, every day, every line we use library methods. If you are familiar with library methods, then only you can learn advanced Java. Then only you can understand advanced Java. Otherwise, it is not possible. Okay, that's what some methods concepts. I'll ask question, I'll explain, listen, and give answers. See, you are writing every day. Every day you are writing system.out.println. You are writing, no? Every day you are writing. This line every day we are writing. This is this line. Starting, it is not possible this line. After completion of exception handling topic only you can understand that line. And you are writing in a core Java class, scanner s equal to new scanner. This is also starting, not possible. Your line, that line you are by hearting writing, that's it. I know about that. Scanner s equal to new scanner system.in. That line only 7 concepts are there. This line also 5-6 concepts are there. For understanding this line and this line, minimum half an hour lecture required. But you are writing every day. Scanner s equal to new scanner you are writing. System.in you are writing. What is in people they don't know. What is system they don't know. Why they are writing they don't know. System.out.println also. Many people they don't know. See, I'll ask question, you observe. At least, okay, scanner class leave it. System.out.println you observe. Println method belongs to which class? Println method belongs to which class? See, all are giving system class. It is wrong. That system appeared, that's what system you are giving. Println method belongs to which class? Not object class, not system class. Every day we are writing. That method in which class? The completed students will be there, no? At least completed students can give answer. Println method belongs to which class? Not user defined, predefined, that is. Okay. Those who completed up to exception, handling, they cannot give answer. That actually the topic is Java streams. Those who completed Java stream, they can give answer. Other people cannot give answer. That's what completed students will be there. Completed students can give answer. Println method belongs to which class? Which class? IO is a package. Which class? Not util. Util is a package. Which class? Not output stream. What is it? Print stream class. It is a method of print stream. Online students also responded. Say print stream class. Few students give an answer. You observe. Println method belongs to print stream class. Print stream class. Print stream class in which package? Java.io package. Java.io package. Okay. Println method belongs to print stream class. Print stream class available in Java.io package. Java.io. Okay. Next. Out is a reference of which class? Now system.out.println. Out is a reference only, no? Out is a reference of which class? Print stream class only. That is the reason we are calling out.println. Now println method is instance method. How many ways to access? 2 ways. Either object record or object reference record. That out is a object reference. Out is a member of which class? System class. That is system class member. That is static member. Static member how to call? with class name. That's what system.out.println. See that system class in java.lang package. Two packages are there, two classes are there. There is a has a relationship. With that, it is working. System.out.println welcome program only will write. But in a welcome program, it is not possible to explain. It is not possible to explain. Scanner class also starting only will write. That is not possible to explain. Okay. Object-oriented programming knowledge, if it is completed, you can understand. These all. Same thing in advanced Java also. Every line library we use. The library should understand. For that, object-oriented programming topic, very depth required. See, that's what this Java P command I used it yesterday. I'll explain. The Java P command also, whatever required for advanced Java, I'll explain. See, you observe. I'll open Java P, java.io.print stream. I'll open. Here, you observe. Println method we are writing every day. Suppose this is a method. Now, what is the method name? Println. Is this method is accessible? How do you know? Public. It is public method. Anywhere you can access. No restrictions to access. Now, is it instance method or class method? How do you know? There is no static keyword. There is no static keyword. So, it is instance method. How many ways to access? 2 ways. What are those? Object, object reference. Which class object required? It is a method of which class? Print stream. Then which class object required? Print stream object required. Okay. For calling this method, print stream object required. Because it is a method of which class? Print stream class. Okay. Here return type, what is there? Void. It doesn't return. Parameter, what is there? Java.lang.string. You can pass string. Okay. Now you observe Java P java.lang.system. In this system class, you observe here. This line you observe. Out. Out is a reference of which class you observe? Print stream reference. Now out is a print stream class reference. Is it accessible? Yes or no? How do you know? Public. Is it object reference? Can I call it as variable? Object reference, can I call it as variable? Yes or no? Yes, we can call variable also. Is it instance variable or class variable or local variable? Class variable. How do you know? Static. How many ways to access class variable? 4 ways. What are those? Directly you can access by using class name, you can access by using object, you can access by using object reference, you can access. But object reference not recommended. Without object only possible. Then again you are creating object means memory wasted. Okay. Now that is static. Now this is in which class? This is in which class? System class. Java.lang.system. It is system class member. Now it is static. You have to call with class name. System.out. So that is the reason we are writing system.out. That is the reason we are writing system.out. You observe this line. It is a member of which class? See? System. Now it is static member. You have to call with class name system.out. Then you can access this class method, print stream. Println method belongs to print stream. System.out.println. This is the reason we are writing. For calling println method, which class reference required? Print stream reference required. But print stream reference is out. Out is a member of which class? System class. It is static. That is the reason system.out.println. It is static member. Static member you can call with class name. So system dot out with that println method. So here between system class and print stream class, relationship is there. Relationships also is studied in core Java class. How many relationships? 2 relationships. What are those? Is a relationship, has a relationship. It is which relationship? Has a relationship. System has a print stream. System has a print stream, has a relationship. While writing program line by line, word by word, if you are familiar, later any Java program you can write. That is the reason up to exception handling, if you are perfect, further Java nothing. Yourself also you can learn. It is nothing. But yourself, if you learn, it takes more time. If you learn with tutor, very quickly you can learn. But up to exception handling, yourself also you cannot learn. It is not possible. If you learn up to exception handling yourself, you may understand wrong subject, or you may not understand, or you may understand 50% subject. You may understand wrong also. But up to exception handling without tutor, very difficult. After exception handling, it is nothing. You can learn yourself also. When you can learn yourself, if you are perfect up to exception handling, then only. Otherwise, not possible. Otherwise, further yourself you cannot learn. So, if you write any program, in that program, line by line, word by word, if I ask any question, you should be able to give answer. Then further any Java program you can write. Any Java program. Not only advanced Java, Spring also, Spring Boot also, microservice also, Android also, Salesforce also, Hadoop also, Big Data also. These all prerequisite up to exception handling subject. Up to exception handling Java language. Language, if you are perfect, application development is very simple. Okay. So those who are familiar with language, for them, advanced Java, nothing. Very simple appears. Okay. Now, at least whatever required for learning advanced Java, that concept 1-2 days I'll cover. Okay. Today, tomorrow, I'll explain. Monday onwards, I'll start advanced Java. Present for learning advanced Java, minimum some concepts required. Those concepts today and tomorrow I'll explain. That is listen and follow. Okay. See, those who studied also don't neglect. Those who are familiar also don't neglect. Nothing will happen 1-2 days. Okay. See, see, I'll ask some questions, first give answer. It is one class. In that class, main method I written. Okay, class main method. Here, I'll write one method. You observe. Integer add integer A, integer B. Now, integer C equal to A plus B. Return C. It's one method. This method, is it instance method or class method? Instance method. How many ways to access? 2 ways. What are those? Object, object reference. Okay. Object, object reference. Which class object required? Which class object? Demo class object required. Okay. Demo class object we have to create. What we have to write? Demo D equal to new demo. Now, I want to call. How to call? Return type is integer. Return type integer is there, no? Integer x equal to D dot add. 2 numbers you can pass. Next, system dot out dot println D x. Here I called with object reference or object? Object or object reference? Object reference. I want to call with object. How to call? What do you write? New demo. Return type also int y equal to new demo dot add. 2 numbers you can pass. Then system dot out dot println y. Here, actually, this type of methods already present in Java library. This is not important. This is important. That method, if I give this method, you have to write. This method calling you have to write. That is important. That is, if you are familiar, any program you can write. So this type of methods, if I give this type of method calling statements, you have to give the answer. If you are familiar, this one, advanced Java, nothing. Very simple appears. That's what here all are not giving answers. I observed. That's what today and tomorrow, 2 sessions, I'll cover this one. Monday onwards, I'll start advanced Java. Okay. Now, just write it. Now, little bit fast I'll cover because this is core Java concept. Now, note on methods. Those who studied also, nothing will happen 2 days. Just write this one. Net methods. Note on. A group of statements into a single logical unit is called as method. Note on. A group of statements into a single logical unit is called as method. A group of statements into a single logical unit is called as method. So method definition, this is a group of statements into a single logical unit is called as method. Next, write it. Methods are used to perform the task. Methods are used to perform the task. So if you want to perform any task, that task code inside the method we have to write. Okay. Statements, if you group together, statements, if you group together as a one logical unit, that unit is called method. Methods are used to perform the task. If you want to perform any task, the task code you have to write inside the method. Next, advantages of methods. Advantages of methods. First one, modularity. Second one, reusability. First one, modularity. Second one, reusability. So the task you can divide into number of modules. That is like a modularity. See, while developing projects means only one program will be there. No, the project divided into number of programs. Each program divided into number of classes. Each class divided into number of methods. That is nothing but modularity. While updating, while maintaining code, it becomes easy. That is the reason always will divide. One program will divide into number of classes. Each class will divide into number of methods. Like that, pieces will divide. At the time, updation of that project or maintaining that project, it becomes easy. Always will prefer modularity. Reusability. Code reusable. Once if you write separate method, n number of times you can call that method. N number of times you can call. Writing logic only one time. Calling n number of times. That is reusability. Next. Methods are divided into 4 categories. Methods are divided into 4 categories. First one, methods with arguments and with return value. Second one, methods with arguments and without return value. Third one, methods without arguments and with return value. Fourth one, methods without arguments and without return value. Methods are divided into 4 categories. First category, methods with arguments and with return value. Second category, methods with arguments and without return value. Third category, methods without arguments and with return value. Fourth category, methods without arguments and without return value. So those who studied also don't neglect your learn. Once again, learn, nothing will happen 1-2 days. Today and tomorrow. Don't neglect. Methods with arguments and with return value. Methods with arguments and without return value. Methods without arguments and with return value. Methods without argument and without return value. 4 categories of methods. First category. Methods with arguments and with return value. So after teaching first category only, I'll ask questions. At that time, all people should give answer. That's what, listen with more concentration. Just today only, after teaching this category only, I'll ask question. At that time, all people have to give answer. Everyone. Okay. Online students also, listen with more concentration. I'll ask questions, you have to give answer. Every day I'll interact with you. Every day I'll interact with you. Advanced Java, 1 line also I'll not write my own. With your answers only I'll write. Okay. Programs, first I'll teach concepts. After teaching, every day I'll interact. In Core Java also same. Say, Advanced Java, how I'm going to teach, I'll explain. Suppose first what I'll do, task I'll explain what we are going to do today. The task I'll explain. Suppose for example it is Java program, it is Java application. Okay, it is Java application. I want to connect to database. This is my task. Now this is one database. Example, Oracle database. This is my task. I want to connect my Java application to Oracle database. This is my task. Like this, task I'll explain. Task related diagrams. Sometimes diagrams come, sometimes diagrams will not come. Okay. Diagrams also I'll explain. First task I'll explain. Next, task related diagrams I'll explain. Next, steps I'll explain. First, what we have to do. Next, what we have to do. Next, what we have to do. Order I'll explain. For every step, which method required, which class required, which package required, I'll explain. After that, I'll ask question. You have to give answers. With your answer, I'll write the program. With your answers only, I'll write the program. Okay. While teaching task related diagrams, steps, library, at that time you have to listen with more concentration. Then only you can give answer for program. But program also myself, if I teach, what you will do? What purpose you are coming? You should be able to write program your own. No, not only my program, new program also should be able to write. That way I'll teach. Okay. Say, if you learn my programs, my programs only can write. If you learn my way, any program you can write. So you have to concentrate on my way of programming, not programs. Okay. If you learn my programs only can write. If you learn my way, any program you can write. That means what you have to learn in classroom, program or way. Way you have to learn. My way you learn. Okay. With that way, any program you can write. If you learn program, my program only can write. That is the difference. Okay. I'll teach way of programming. That is you learn. Then any program you can write. So what I'll do is first task I'll explain. Next diagrams I'll explain. Next steps I'll explain. Because either 100 lines program also will be there, 200 lines also will be there. Advanced Java. Okay. Advanced Java, what will happen? Minimum 100 lines also comes while learning. Library, each method for every step, which method required, which that method in which class, that class in which package. That is also I'll explain. After that, program. This last step, with your answers only, I'll write the program. One line also I'll not write. With your answers only, I'll write. It is possible. That is the reason only today, tomorrow class is important. You can give answer. Today only you observe. Today only you can give answer. Possible. All people can give answer. Okay. Now, once again, task I'll explain. Diagram I'll explain. Steps I'll explain. Each step library I'll explain. This program with your answers only I'll write. For that purpose only today class, tomorrow class. Okay. That's what. Listen with more concentration. Now, it is first category. Next, write it. Syntax. Return type. Method name. Argument 1. Argument 2. Here, return type can be primitive data type or reference data type. Here, arguments can be primitive type or reference type. Methods with arguments and with return value. Return type, primitive data type or reference data type. Arguments also primitive types or reference types. Listen with more concentration. After teaching only last questions, you have to give answer. No answer, I don't accept. Compulsory, you have to give answer. Okay. Your answer right or wrong, but you have to give answer. You have to respond. That is important. Here, methods with arguments and with return value. Syntax, return type, method name, arguments. Return type can be primitive data type or reference data type. Arguments can be primitive types or reference types. Okay. Now, what are primitive data types? Primitive data types. What are those? Byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean. These 8 primitive types. Okay. Reference types. Reference data types. Arrays, strings, classes, interfaces, enums, dash. Okay. Arrays also, strings also, classes also, interface also, even enum also, records also. Latest feature, Java 14 feature also is a record. That is also class. Now, write this all. Primitive types, reference data types. Primitive data types, reference data types. byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean. Reference data types, arrays, strings, classes, interfaces, dash dash, etc. These all primitive data types. Byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean. These are reference data types. Arrays, strings, classes, interfaces, enumerations, records, dash dash, etc. Okay. Now I'll show you one example. See, this is about methods I given. Now you observe a group of statements into a single logical unit is called as methods. Statements, if we group together, that is called method. What purpose we use methods? To perform the task. If any task, accepting data, displaying data, sending data, receiving data, modifying, updating, deleting, whatever you want, then we'll use method. Now, two advantages: modularity, reusability. With the method, task you can divide into number of modules. Reusability, same code repeatedly again and again you can utilize. Once if you write, 4 categories divided. You are learning first category with arguments with return value. Depends upon task, which type of arguments required you have to select, which type of return type required you have to select. Now there are types, primitive types, reference types. Suppose first one, simple example, this one only. This one only first you observe. Now I want to add 2 numbers. Suppose method name add, which takes 2 integers, which returns integer. After adding, result will be integer type. That's what integer. Integer c equal to a plus b. Return c. See, add is a method which takes 2 integers. After that, added. Result return. Return c. C which type? That's what this is, integer type. Now, this method is called instance method. Static keyword is there. It is called class method. Okay. Static method is called class method. Non-static is called instance method. First, that is also write it. Instance method. A method that is defined as a member of a class is called as a method that is defined as a member of a class is called as an instance method. A method that is defined as a member of a class is called as an instance method. There are 2 ways to access an instance method. First one, by using an object. Second one, by using an object reference. There are 2 ways to access an instance method. First one, by using an object. Second one, by using an object reference. A method that is defined as a member of a class, that is called as instance method. There are 2 ways to access an instance method: by using an object, by using an object reference. But when we have to use object, when we have to use object reference, give me answer, those who know. Now 2 ways are there, okay. But when we have to use object, when we have to use object reference. One time required object, many times required object reference. Write that point. Use an object to access an instance method if it is required only one time. Use an object reference to access an instance method if it is required more than one time. Use an object reference to access an instance method if it is required more than one time. One time required, use object. More than one time required, use object reference. See, there are two ways to access an instance method. First one by using an object. Second one by using an object reference. Use an object to access an instance method if it is required only one time. One time required object. More than one time required object reference. Okay. Now this method, how to call? See, is it over? Now this is instance method. See, add is a method which takes two integers, which will add result stored in C. C return. C return type is integer. That's what integer. Now this is member of demo class. It is a member of demo class. Okay, it is a member of demo class. For calling this method, either object of demo class or object reference of demo class required. See here first return type int is there. You have to write int x, some variable, equal to, with object means new constructor, object created, dot add, which takes two numbers like this. See, return type int, return type int. Now see, return type int. Okay, return type int is there, no? That's what here int x equal to new constructor, then object created. With that object, add method I'm calling. It takes two integers. That's what two integers I passed. Result stored in x. Now we have to print system.out.println x. One more way, object reference, demo d equal to new demo. Again, into y equal to d dot add. Two numbers we have to pass. Then system.out.println y. Now I'll explain. Demo class loaded, open brace executed, main method called, open brace executed, here object created, with that object add method called, 23 copied in A, 45 copied in B, result copied in C. The C return value copied in X. That X is printed. Here object created, that object referred by D. With the D, add method called 83 comma 45. Then 83 copied in A, 45 copied in B. Result copied in C, return value stored in Y. Y printed. Okay, write this program. Is it over? Is it over? See, demo class loaded, open brace executed, main method called, open brace executed. After that, here object created. With this object, add method called. 23, 45 passed to add method. Then here received. 23 copied in A, 45 copied in B. Result copied in C. The C returned. C copied in X. That X is printed. Here object created. That object referred by D. With the D, add method called. 83 copied in A, 45 copied in B. Result copied in C. Return C. The C copied in Y. Y printed. Now you observe. How many categories of methods are there? 4. This is which category? First category. Methods with argument with return value. You observe what is happening here. This 23, 45 copied in A and B. Okay, like this. Like this, copied. Like this, it is copied here. Okay, then what will be happen here? Int A equal to 23. Int B equal to 45. Like that. Okay. Now return C. This C copied in X. This C copied in X. Then it will become int X equal to C. So int X equal to C. This C copied in X. Now there are 4 categories of methods. It is first category. What is the category name? With arguments, like this will pass. With return value, like this it returns. Second category, with arguments like this, without return value, no receiving, only sending will be there. What is third category? without arguments, with return value, no sending, only receiving will be there. Fourth category, without arguments, without return value, data will not be there, no sending, no receiving. See, first category, sending will be there, receiving will be there. Sending and receiving required, first category. Only sending required, second category. Only receiving required, third category. No sending, no receiving. Like that, we have to select 4 categories of methods. First category, with arguments, with return value. Second category, with arguments, without return value. Third category, without argument, with return value. Fourth category, without argument, without return value. Like this, we'll choose. Sending and receiving required, first one. Only sending required, second one. Only receiving required, third one. No sending, no receiving, fourth one. Like that, we have to select category. Okay. Now, I'll ask some questions. Give me answer. Here, method name cube, which will take one integer, which will return one integer. Here, it will calculate cube of that number. Returns value b. Now, is it instance method or class method? How many ways to access? What are those? Now, which class object required? Now, with object, I want to call this method. Your answer can be right or wrong. Try to give answer. First, what is returning? Int. What you have tried? Int x equal to new demo dot cube one number. Next. That's it. Next, with object reference. Demo d equal to new demo. Next, int y equal to d dot cube one number. Next, y. That's it. See, demo class loaded, open brace executed, main method called, open brace executed. Here, object created for demo class. That object, with that object, cube method called. 5 copied in A. 5 into 5 into 5, 125 copied in B. Return B. The B value copied in X. That X is printed. Again, object created, object reference created. With that reference, cube method called. 8 copied in A. 8 into 8 into 8, result copied in B. B returned. Return value copied in Y. Y printed. Okay. Now, this type of method, if I give this type of code, can you give answer or not? This knowledge is required. Okay. Now, it is no need to write because already you learned core Java. See, what is happening? You observe. If I pass like this, 5. This 5 copied in A. 5 copied in A. Okay. It will become int A equal to 5. Then return B. B copied in X. It will become int X equal to B. It will become int X equal to B. Okay. Say with arguments, with return value. Now, one more I'll give. You give me answer. What we have tried. Suppose here method name max, which will take 2 integers, which returns 1 integer. Okay, it's one method. Now, here if A greater than B, return A, else return B. This is a max method. This method, instance method or class method? How do you know this is instance method? There is no static. Member of a class is called instance method. Static member of a class is called class method. Okay. Instance method. How many ways to access? What are those? Object reference. Which class object required? Demo class. I want to call with object. What we have tried? Give me answer here. Return type int x equal to new demo dot max. Two numbers you have to pass. Next, system dot out dot println x. With object reference, I want to call. How to call? Demo d equal to new demo. Next, int y equal to d dot max. Two numbers we can pass. Next, system dot out dot println y. Okay. Now you observe here. Here, method components. Method components I'll give. Okay. Suppose here complete code not visible. No, 1 minute. Okay. Otherwise, normal simple method, cube method, I'll write. Integer cube integer a. Okay. Directly return a into a into a. Like this also you can write. No. Now here integer cube. Suppose here one number 5. Here also cube. One number 4. Like this written. Say this is a program. You observe. Now here method name cube integer a argument. This part is called method signature. Method signature. It is called method signature, and return type method signature. It is called method declarator. Method declarator. Okay. Open brace to close brace. What is this? Method body. Open brace to close brace is called method body. Method body. Return keyword line is called return keyword line. Return keyword line is called return statement. It is return statement. Return statement. This totally called, what is this? Method definition. Method definition. This is most important. Now, these statements are called, what are these? No, these statements are called method call statements. Method call statements. Method call statements. The arguments, whatever I passed in method call statement, these 4 called actual arguments. Actual arguments. Whatever I passed in method definition called formal arguments. This is called formal argument. Right is all. Complete note down. Most important, this is formal arguments. Note down. Method components. Method declarator, method signature, method body, return statement, method definition, actual argument, formal arguments, method call statements. Method name and arguments is called method signature. Return type and method signature is called method declarator. Open brace to close brace, method body, return keyword line, return statement, method declarator and method body, method definition. For calling method definition statements we written in the main method. Those are method call statements. What are the arguments I passed in method call statement? That is called actual argument. Whatever argument are written in method definition, that is called formal argument. Methods terminology. Terminology also important. Is it over? Now I'll ask question, give me answer. Your answer can be right or wrong, try to give answer. Okay. Method name and arguments is called already on the board also. This is projector also. Method name and arguments. Method signature. Return type and method signature. Method declarator. Declarator. Semicolon is there, declaration. It is declarator. Open brace to close brace. Method body. Return keyword line. Return statement. Method declarator and method body. Method definition. For calling method definition, two statements are written in the main method. Those are called method call statements. What are the arguments I passed in method call statement? Actual argument. What are the arguments I written in method definition? Formal arguments. Okay. Remember, don't forget. What is method? A group of statements into a single logical unit is called method. See, here statements grouped together. It is a method. There also one statement is there. Method. Okay, that is method definition. What is the purpose of method? To perform the task. They are calculating cube. That is one task. For calling that method, it is a task. Like that task code we written. What are the advantages of methods? Modularity, reusability. This program I divide into two methods. One is main method, one is cube method. Okay, modularity, reusability. That cube method 2 times I call, no? 5 cube, 4 cube. 2 times I call. N number of times you can call. That is reusability. How many categories of methods? 4. This is which category? First category. What is the category name? With arguments and with return value. See, I'm passing argument 5 and 4. It is coming calculating result returning. With arguments, with returning. That is first category method. Okay. These all remember, don't forget. We'll see continuation tomorrow. Be regular. Every class is important only. Be regular. Online student, just wait 2 minutes. I'll clarify your doubts. Online students, wait 2 minutes. I'll clarify your doubts. Online students, one by one, I'll clarify your doubts. Kaustubh, yeah, Google Classroom I'll provide just 4-5 days. You wait. After 4-5 days, we'll provide Google Classroom. Just wait 2 days. Fee structure and as well as admin details also I'll provide. Recordings will not be provided. No recordings. Further, no recordings. Only demo session 4-5 recordings they'll provide. Further, no recordings. Rakesh, class in Manjira Square building, Manjira building, opposite Prime Hospital. Development, security, operation, that concept, if you want to learn, Solid's knowledge required in advanced Java. Google Classroom, just you need to wait 4-5 days. After completion of Solids or while learning Solid also parallel, you can join in Spring class if you want. Declaration different, initialization different. Offline class, opposite Prime Hospital, Manjira Square building. Online students, Google Classroom link, you need to wait 4-5 days. Google Classroom link, you need to wait 4-5 days. Nishita, thank you. Abhishek, yes, this class for full stack Java students also. Ahmad, yeah, I'll give content also. Yesterday given, I'll give Monday, I'll give again. Tomorrow you have a class. Yeah, notes I'll share in Google Classroom. Hibernate not covered in advanced Java. Or Renuka. 60 to 70, 75 days, 65 days to 75 days required. Starting 4-5 days, they'll give recordings. Further, no recordings. Abdul Aziz, it is in 4th floor. Initialization means constructor we use. Method means assignment task. Real-time project means frameworks you have to learn. Yeah, constructor, if you want to, yeah, for creating object, constructor required. Full stack Java students, no need to pay money. This is full stack Java. SK or K5277. Thank you. Classroom link, you need to wait. Lokesh, yeah, you can join Advanced Java. Parallel, you can attend. No need to wait until completion of core Java. Santosh, next batch, not yet decided, takes time. Yashwant, core Java most important. Rajesh, path setting, I'll explain. Java P path setting. Yes, parallel, you can join Selenium class also. We'll see continuation tomorrow.